Sponsored by EA. With October 31st not too far off, I want to remind you that I have an EA creator code. If you're planning to pre-order Dragon Age The Veilguard or pick up any previous Dragon Age games through the EA app, remember to apply my code UrbanBohemian at checkout. I get a small commission from the purchase, which helps support the channel. I definitely make the old person noises when I sit down. Hello, good morning. Khan, before you go to work, hi, good morning. Welcome on in. Let's see, who else? I saw Zach over on YouTube. Zach8, hello, good morning. And Dharma Project, JD, happy birthday. Tom, Furwick, Adiana, Puddleglum, thank you for the resub. Also, JD, thank you for the birthday resub. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Is that it? That's it. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hey, Flad, welcome on in. Let's see. Today is coming back from work travel. You now know, by now you should know, like, the work travel was like gaming work. I got to go to San Francisco. We got a little hands-on with BioWare's upcoming game. You might have heard of it. And I'm happy to talk about the trip. I'm happy to talk about what I can talk about, but I do not want to talk about the current social media unpleasantness that is going on with people who were invited to the Dragon Age the Veilguard event, because I don't understand people. That's all I have to say. I don't understand people. Sometimes I think I do, and then I don't. Let's see. I feel like I've skipped streams, although I haven't, because I've only been gone Wednesday through Friday. But I don't know. Like, so. Oh, is it? Let me check. It shouldn't be, so let me fix that. Yeah, go away. Okay, I have the window open, so the noise is on outside. I'm like, what's going on? All right, I've turned it down. It might be too quiet now, but I'd rather it be too quiet than too loud. I'm trying a new YouTube playlist, and it's definitely less chill than the other YouTube playlist, but I did get permission from... let's see. I got permission from the person to do it. It's by approaching Nirvana. And I don't think it's going out on YouTube anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, they actually put very specific things about like, here's how you can use my music, and here's how, you know, so I'll put appropriate descriptions and credits and things. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, Wednesday I flew out to California, and then on Thursday they had a whole bunch of creators from all around the country and the world come to get a little hands-on look at Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And it was multiple days of getting like first looks, and it was great. It was a guided kind of thing. Like, we want you to look at this part, we want you to look at that part. They did let us record some of our footage. They let us capture our gameplay all using OBS. So all of us were very like, oh, I know how to use OBS. I got it. Thank you very much. So I have a little hard drive with my stuff on it, which I will review later, because right now it's my weekend time. Oh, I forgot to turn off that timer. Right now it's my weekend time. I'm not thinking about work too much. Where are my timed actions? There they are. Disable that. There we go. And yeah, and we were able to see the game, and then the dev team and the project director, Corinne and John, like, had some words for us, and mostly it was fun just to meet other creators, some of which I had not seen in person before. We only knew each other online. It was nice to get back in person with, I'm on the council, so the Dragon Age Council are the actual hired, like, focus group playtester kind of thing, versus the people who were there, some of whom who were creators, like, applied to be playtesters. They're in the EA Creator Network. There were some definitely industry people, some journalists, podcasters, that kind of thing. And it was one of the coolest things I've ever done. It really was. You just walk into a room and there's just banks of computers with the game build ready for you to play. And what was funny is I don't normally use like fully over-ear headphones. So I was using those, but also being able to like talk to the people next to me. We were always like taking our headphones off to like basically just gab about how we were making different choices and things like that. Anyway, sorry, I spoiled the fact that Dragon Age has choices in it. So sorry. I will say that our current embargo for the content that we did is up on the 19th. So on the 19th, that opening video might look a little bit different. I may have some things to share. I may be able to talk about more. But by then, like, all of the outlets, so even like professional journalism outlets that were there, will have their stuff up on the 19th. So I will say, I thought I was going to burp. I didn't. I will say that if you are avoiding spoilers for Dragon Age: The Veilguard, September 19th is when the people who had the hands-on event is when our embargo is up. So if you want to batten down your hatches a little more on September 19th, I totally understand. If you want to act like the new show has just come out at midnight and everybody's tweeting about it before you have a chance to go to get up, I totally get it. Speaking of September 19th, let's go back one day before that to September 18th, because that's when Agatha All Along comes out. So I'm not saying you have to pay for it, but I'm not going to be normal when Agatha All Along comes out. Just saying. Hey, Kay, good morning. And hello, Celestian. Hey, Mermaid Jeans. Welcome on in. I finally, it took me forever to actually watch the extended, like the new trailer for it, which is a yay. Then I watched one featurette to talk about the witches, which is also yay. So I think I did something wrong on my calendar. I did. I have a game later on tonight for Stream to End MS, and I added the calendar appointment when I was on the West Coast. And I think it added it with West Coast time and not East Coast time because I'm looking at my calendar like I don't have something at 9:30 tonight. What the hell? Let me go back to this and change the time zone. There we go. Yeah, it's at 7. It's not at like 9:30. Sorry, it's not at 10. It's at 7. But yeah, it's. Are the Dragon Age fans? Is the Dragon Age fandom in the room with us right now? Okay. They're a little much. They're a little intense. The worst of them are the most insufferable. However, the combination of fandom and content creation, like when your content creation bleeds into the fandom, aka your content creation is based around a kind of like your content creation is based on a fandom, it does mean that people who are getting this opportunity and who fold it into their content, and when I say content creation, that could be streams, it could be blogs, it could be fanfic, it could be cosplay, it could be artwork, any of that. It is harder for some of those people to realize that they're still under NDA. Like being invited to these things doesn't give you any special, like you're not better than anybody else. You know, none of us are going to get to play the game until October 31st. You know, we might get to see little things here and there. I was actually I didn't even watch the IGN had like a 15-minute preview, which looked like it was a lot of things, and people were looking at that and saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe like all these spoilers." And it's like, if the company that made the game is releasing this to the press, I'm pretty sure they don't consider it spoilers. So again, if you consider it spoilers and you don't want to know anything, like I know people who do not want to know anything about Hades 2. You know, aside from what the official account is doing, they're like, I don't want to know, I don't want to see, I don't like, they're just completely, you know, like with Luke on the with a little floaty buzzy thing, like just putting the blinders down. Don't want to know. Cool. Very cool. For me, it's a very cool thing because like to be asked to give feedback on things, and it's an actual gig for us. All of it again heavily under NDA, which they've told us over time, like, okay, you can talk about this. Okay, you can talk about this. Okay, you can talk about this. So we're getting that, but yeah, it's just people are acting very strange, and I can understand. I think that no, I don't think I know. Kayla, who tweeted speculation and like lore and speculation based on things, she tweeted out that our embargo is up on September 19th. So, if you do not want to know stuff, be advised that on September 19th, people who were invited to this event will be able to post stuff. So if you're avoiding like now, like I will say, if you're avoiding spoilers, yeah, September 19th, you might want to mute Dragon Age tags for a little while. On the other hand, we got an extensive list of what BioWare considers spoilers. So it's hard to say, like, we're not saying spoilers as the game people understand them, but we may say spoilers as people who have seen nothing understand them. And that was all the tweet was. I'm just saying you may see things that you might consider spoilers on the 19th. People interpreted that tweet to mean, well, everybody who went to the event's going to be posting spoilers. Sure. Okay, I guess. Whatever. Whatever. Go with Andraste. That's all I got to say. But, yeah. just to say we are heavily NDA'd. Like, we weren't even allowed to say that we were there until we were there. So yeah. I will say, when it comes to official accounts, because I was thinking about this, I was thinking about Deadpool and Wolverine. And the worst person to be following after Deadpool and Wolverine came out was Ryan Reynolds. Because he had zero chill. You know, he just assumed that because he got invited to the premiere because I guess he was in the movie or something, that all of us must have gone and spent $30 on the night that the movie came out and seen it so that he could then post whatever the fuck he wanted to post. And I was like, can you give us like 72 hours to actually go see this film? No? Okay. So yeah, he was just spoiling all the shit. However, not everything immediately, which makes me think that even his own like social media team and marketing team had a schedule of what they were going to talk about and when. Because they had some immediate spoilers, then they had some like, we're going to hold off on this for a minute spoilers. And now I think the movie has released like official video clips for people, like, because I've seen people using them elsewhere. So yeah, if you were excited about the movie, you should follow Ryan Reynolds up until the day the movie comes out, because then his account will just be posting like clips of the film. So yeah. Hey Ian, good morning. Yes, he was excited to talk about it afterwards, but he was actually posting things from the movie that I would consider fun surprises for people to encounter. He was just posting them straight up. So, you know, unless you're like on top of IMDb and you already knew people were in the film, following his account, had you not yet seen the film, would have made some reveals. So yeah, it wasn't just talking about the film. There were moments that I definitely consider surprise, like, oh my gosh, that not long after the movie was out, Ryan Reynolds was just tweeting about. So anyway, but you know what? Like, it's his production company, it's maximum effort, it's his fit. Like, he can do what he wants. It is my responsibility as a fan to batten down the hatches, raise the shields. It's my responsibility to curate my feed. And if that means I gotta mute the stars of the movie for 2 weeks, then I guess that's what I have to do. I would show you my muted words list, but some people might get upset. So, like, like every time PAX comes around, I mute PAX. Like, I mute it for specifically 7 days. And the 7th day is the day PAX ends. Like, yeah, that's it. Because I have FOMO, and sometimes like things do happen and there are spoilers, and I'm like, I'm happy to see all of people's tweets after the event's done, but sometimes during the event, I'm like, I can't. Hey, loved one, good morning. Stephen, good morning, and thank you. Welcome on in. Yeah. Batman, yes. It's harder with, I feel like it's harder now with streaming networks, which people are calling streamers, like, as a shorthand, which confuses the heck out of me. But I feel with streaming network it's even more difficult now, because when the new episodes hit, they hit for everyone at the same time. And there are some people, depending on time zone, depending on sleep cycles, depending on next day responsibilities, who are watching it immediately. They are recording bits with their phone. They are posting those to social media. And what the worst part is most of them are not using tags at all. So you can actually be doing due diligence, and you can be muting everything there is to know and say about a thing, and someone just posts a piece of video without tagging it. And their tweet has no context, so it's not like any of your blocked terms would spot it or find it. So yeah, sometimes that is actually very just disappointing, I will say. There are times when I do wish that maybe the content scrubbers might be like, oh, that's copyrighted. No, we're turning that off, as opposed to somebody physically having to see it and find it. Anyway, thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you, JD, and thank you, Puddleglum, for those resubs. I appreciate it. And also, happy birthday. Happy birthday, JD. Yes, it's Virgo season. My birthday's in 6 days. Still coming to terms with that. What are you going to do? So today, I definitely have things. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh, which one? Hold on. That hasn't changed. Some things have not changed. On my end. So I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry, my brain stopped for a second. I don't yet have, I probably do have some codes that I should look at. But what I wanted to do first is, since I didn't get a chance to on Tuesday because I was updating, I was basically getting ready to go the next morning. I did not edit down the video from Cat Cafe Manager, so I wanted to I'm probably going to go into DaVinci and do that. I won't have audio on because it's just me talking and then also me talking. So I'm happy to chat with y'all while I'm doing DaVinci stuff. And then I can look, because I think I got a code for the Olympus stuff with Golf with Your Friends. I don't know if I've updated Golf with Your Friends yet. Let's see here. I hope that I've unlocked Bobby in Idle Champions, because I definitely need to have my Saturday morning Dungeons & Dragons cartoon crew. And let's see. What else? That's it. Yeah, I don't know. We might just do ducks, might do some power washing, but first I do want to edit down this video. And you can see how good or bad I am with DaVinci, because I'm slowly getting better with it, but I'm not great at it. So yeah. But yeah, let me check, see, because I can just adjust it. Where did I put it? I have too many actions. Nope, that's not it. Is that a Stream Deck and StreamerBot combined action? Nope, it's not. Hold on. Where are my random actions? That's what I want. There we go. Just do that. Okay. Just turn that down a little bit. And yeah, I feel like I have missed stuff, and I probably have, because I wasn't able to be super on social media during my travels. And I will say, like, as much fun as it was being there, getting there sucked. I have never been good at flying all day, being there for one day, and then flying all day the next day back. Spending roughly 5.5 hours in a box each day. And with one, it was like time zones made it so that it was like 8 hours, even though it was 5. That was not great. Being there all day was great. The benefit is my body didn't have time to adjust, so I was up very early for my walks in San Francisco. And when I had to go to the airport yesterday very early, it was not a problem getting up, because I was just like, yeah, I'm up. That's all good. So that was not fun. Everything else was fun. I got to hang out with Tanya, which I do not often get to do if it's not December. And got to meet people I hadn't seen before. It was very funny going around the room because I was like, oh, I see a lot of people I'm mutuals with in here, but we have never ever met in person. I got to hang out with the Gamertag Radio folks, so Paris and Danny. It was very, very fun, but I definitely had to let go of a lot of travel anxiety because like Wednesday was go, go, go. Friday was go, go, go. Thursday was enjoy. And yeah. But let me hop over to the game screen. It's the games screen, but we're going to... Oh, there's nothing up here. Why is there nothing over here? Because I clicked on the wrong button. Oh, well, there's my curtain. I clicked on the wrong button. What I want to do is start up Resolve. Which I have updated to, I've updated to 19, and it seems like it's stable now. When I was trying to update to the version of 19 I was using before was not stable, and it kept crashing on me. Okay, what did we play? It was Cat Cafe? Yeah. I create a new project for every... There's an update available for DaVinci, 19.0.1. I'm going to skip that for now because I don't need to. Okay, let me capture DaVinci. There it is. Okay. I will say I'll try to continue the no backseating rule for DaVinci because I do know enough of what I'm doing. I may not know all of what I'm doing, but if you see me doing something and you're like, oh my goodness, why are they doing it like that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I am, like I said, I am the meme. I am the Star Trek meme of when they started giving human engineers access to stuff, and the human engineers like duct taped two warp warp engines together to like create a wormhole. Like that's me. I'll just figure out a way to make it work. But what I want to do is I want to drag some media up in here. That's today's video. I definitely don't want to do that one. Let's see here. September 3rd. That's the right one. Okay, so dragging my media in. It's got all of my chapters in there. I create chapter markers for everything. So I create chapter markers at my ad breaks. I create chapter markers on... I don't love when... I can't imagine people backseating DaVinci, but I also can. So, yeah. I don't know. I create chapter markers whenever I change scenes. I create chapter markers when I go to break. I have some manual chapter markers, and then anytime somebody clips something, it creates a chapter marker. So if I want to go back later and edit it, it's all there. So let me see here. We really just want to go to where the game starts. I assume you cannot hear that because I'm not capturing that. Okay, so we'll probably go in there. Mark that as my in, and then we played for the entire stream, which is rare, so I'll go my out there. Okay, come over here to the edit tab because I don't understand what the cut tab is for. I just don't care. I don't know what to do with it. All right. And I know that my... Let's see here. I don't need the effects yet. Actually, I don't need the media pool yet. I know that my audio is on 3 and 5, so let me remove that one and mute that. Mute that and mute that. I actually just removed the tracks. Delete track. One time I deleted the wrong track because I add in the Dragon Age like little video in the beginning, and I ended up deleting the tracks, and I was like, why is there no anything? Why is there no audio? Why is there no nothing? just removed the wrong audio track. Okay. So I've got 2 audio tracks. One is the game, one is me talking. All the sound effects and whatever, those are on other tracks that I do not post, as well as like the music if I was using it. So let's see here. All right, let's... Come on. That's a long lead up, actually. There we go. Okay, that's about right. So we'll start it there. Get rid of all that. Yeah, Kay's the one who I know. If right now, Kay's the one who I would have to tell to sit on their hands. Okay, that was... Okay, that's where the ad break started, so... I was talking through all of this, but I don't think that's very conducive to the game. So we're just gonna... I am just talking about office chairs right now. This is what I'm talking about. Why am I talking about office chairs? Like, why am I talking about office chairs? I don't know. I think it was because the break was going, and I was like, well, I gotta talk about something before we actually get started. So generally, I try to remember to say, after the ad's done, let's hop into, let's start in, or sometimes I do a mental pause, and sometimes I hit the chapter marker to say, and now we're doing this. Because I understand that the... What do they call it? Did they call it the millennial pause? Because Gen Z was like that, but I think it's the millennials and prior that we pause when we... before we start something. 1, because we weren't sure that the thing was actually recording. 2, we have to like turn off our outside face and turn on our practiced outside face. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I can hear myself doing the... So I know that's when we're going to start doing stuff. There we are. Okay, Cat Cafe Manager. Yes, yes, yes. What is this? Why did I make a chapter here? Oh, because that's when Grimalkin showed up. Like, oh, okay. Let's see here. Here's another ad break. Okay, so there's definitely like we are be right back. I need to figure out one thing I've done is it does automate the ad breaks. It automates chapter markers on the ad breaks, but the chapter marker comes a little bit late, and I may need to go examine the streamer bot routine so that it actually moves the chapter marker like earlier on. But otherwise, that's all good. Okay, let's just boot back a little bit there. Because sometimes I usually say like, hey, oh, there's where I accidentally exited the game because the game doesn't have a back to main menu. I thought I was gonna pause and go back to the main menu. No, and then I closed the game. Yeah. So let me just take out that part where I closed the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah, me being not smart, really? There we go. Okay, cut there. Okay, so we'll go past the ad break. Although I do find it fun. That I find it funny. Like there is no back to main menu. Like you're just when you're done, you're done. Okay. Come on. All right, there. Another cut. And let's see, that's the end of the ad breaks. Let's listen to that. Okay, and here's where there's a clip. Oh, I know what this clip was. It's just me saying, but it's my hole. Not even it was made for me, just it's my hole. Okay. And we'll come over here to where the credits are and clip that end off as well. All right, let's boo. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's my ending. Yoink. All right. So yeah, it's harder for me with DaVinci because I'm coming from Filmora Wondershare, which I would consider Filmora Wondershare a very easy beginner. Like if you're wanting to do video editing that looks complex, but your spoons for learning new things are low, I like Filmora Wondershare for that. Unfortunately, a lot of the key commands, unlike other video editing apps where they share a lot of key commands, Filmora doesn't. So I've had to relearn some of the things because I far prefer to use the keyboard than try to find the command on the thing, which I'm fairly like knowing that there are Stream Deck profiles for DaVinci Resolve. I'm pretty sure other people do that too. That's what I need. I need to load a DaVinci Resolve Stream Deck like profile. That would be smart. Once again, I am not smart. Because I know people do it for for Photoshop and stuff, so I'm like, why am I not doing it for DaVinci? All right. The only other thing is I'm gonna remove the markers that I have in here, and I may actually create some new markers. Oh, actually, no, we're gonna leave that one back in there. I want to create new markers because I like to have chapter markers on the YouTube upload. And for this one, I think we'll do it as we meet the new people, and possibly as we upgrade the type of customer, and definitely when we mech Grimalkin. Okay, let's see here. I think if I move a marker, yeah, I can move it back to that point. Let's see here. We got there and met. Okay, so. Yeah, I wish upgrading the type of customer meant like a better quality of customer, but yeah. Okay, so Bonner. All right. I need my index, and then I need, you know what, I think if you hit the button for the marker twice, then it actually asks you, like, it actually asks you to do the thing, so I forgot to do that. Okay, there's Bonner. Then we get to character creation. Okay. Because what I do is I export my markers to a CSV file, and then I put that, I have a spreadsheet set up with a specific tab that when I import the text, it automatically applies a formula and cuts off, like it cuts off what I don't need. All right, so we've created ourselves, and we have our first cat. No, wait, that's our trait. Customize your cafe, so we name our cafe. All right, name the cafe. And then scrub. Stray cats. Just like, oh gosh, what was Brian Setzer's name? Was it the Stray Cats? Because I remember Stray Cat Strut. All right, Stray Cats. So those are all early on. Yeah, the Stray Cats, it sure was. Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Goals. Okay, and then from here it's sort of a long slog until we actually build our cafe. And then our first customer comes in, who is Carla Lala. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's where I actually made a chapter marker where she showed up. Okay. Carla. Lala. Wait, did I? Oh, sorry. They are a little close together. Let me... Oh, I think because... That's the only thing. Is like, I think because I did some editing, the actual chapter kind of nudged itself out of the way. So let's go back to where we finally meet Grimalkin. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. When we met Grimalkin in this, I thought about the cat from Godplane that just shows up and starts talking. Okay, that's a cat shrine. Let's see here. This is where we go to town because we do not have any cat food. Okay, visit the town map. So, town map. Okay. So the next thing, we should be able to just skip ahead until we actually meet people. People can figure out the rest of it. And I honestly probably don't need to add this many chapter markers to something. But because Cat Cafe Manager's been out for a while, but I need to stay in the habit of it because this is a 2-hour-long video. So it's like, yeah, we should probably... Okay, we should probably, you know, like... Okay. I will say, like, going through it, the game is really good. Like, it stops you exactly when it needs to say, hey, here's a new thing you need to know, and then move on. Here's a new thing you need to know, and so on and so forth. There's Finley. All right, and then... Who's the next one who showed up? Going to the town. Oh, Mateo. Ugh, the business guy. Hey, way too late. Welcome on in. Hello. I hope that you're doing well, Sam. Oh, you know what I have? That's something I gotta get myself used to it. Um, but I got a code for Ship of Heroes. If anybody remembers City of Heroes, it is it is one of the spiritual successors to City of Heroes, and um, it reminded me how used to controller I am because I did not remember any commands whatsoever. But I may take a look at it on stream, or I may cut a video of it. Okay, that was the business person, Mateo. This is more strays. Ah, Arwell, the grumpy person that apparently every game has to have. Arwell? No, Arwell. Arwell. Okay. Was that, I think, was that everybody? No, there was, maybe that was everybody. Okay, that's advertising. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to stop at the my hole. Yeah, I don't want to ruin... See, these things I could put chapter markers for, but they're like plot things, so I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so that'll be fine for that. Now, I forgot to put a transition between... Because I always do. No, effects and the index. Oh, the effects are up here. I like my effects at the bottom. Alright, where are my favorites? Because I always use the same... No, favorites. I always use the same dissolve. Like, I'm a very normal person, and I always use the exact same dissolve. Oops. Which is the cross dissolve. Hey! Boop. I am just learning DaVinci Resolve. Like, I've had people who are telling me what I need to know in the best of ways, and I appreciate it. Oops. See, you should go. Did I mess this up? Oh no, you're exactly where you need to be. Yeah. Some things I do not understand yet. Like I can clip the same video and add transitions between them, but if I add actually, hold on, did I do things in the wrong order here? Because if yeah, I did. Okay, so that's on me. You know what I need to do? Yep, that's what I need to do. I keep adding them on the timeline and not the video itself, and that way when I move the video, the markers stay. So let me just add these markers back to my actual timeline. Sorry, to my video. Hey, Hall, good morning. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Okay, so let me go to my index once again. Yeah. So let's see here. What was that? Bonner. Index markers. There we are. Okay. So now I'm just going to copy the markers. I wish you could delete the markers from here, but you cannot. So that's fine. We're just going to do this. Boop. Okay. You ever just start making 80s inspired portraits of your cat just to avoid doing work stuff? No, but that sounds delightful. Hey, Tony, welcome on in. I mean, there are definitely worse things to do. Okay, so I'll get rid of that one. Okay. Hey, get back over here. Okay, at least the markers are in the same order, so I'm good to go. Because, yeah, I need to move them around, and I don't think the markers are going to move around. And I've definitely done this to myself, so I'm not going to do it today. But let's see here. Get that. Town map. So yeah, my workflow is awful, and people are watching me, which is making my workflow worse, but whatever. Hey, Antique Raven, welcome on in. Okay, meet Finley. And I guess I'll keep the It's My Hole. Because why not? Okay, now I can delete the markers off of the top of the timeline because we have copies of them on the actual video itself. So when I move things around, it'll be fine. Because as part of the EA Dragon Age Supported Creator Program, I am also putting the small Dragon Age video right in the middle. Sorry, right at the top of it. The greatest two key... Oh, sorry. Hey, Rex. Good morning. The greatest two keybinds ever. Make a cut on all tracks selected. Ooh. And ripple delete on the fork. I'm still like in my mind remembering ripple versus delete. And I have to mess up the delete until I realize I need a ripple delete. So I always do it wrong first, and then I undo and do it right the second time. Because of course I do. All right, let's see here. That's there, that's there. So what I do here is I've got, where's my media? I already made a thumbnail. So let me go grab that, because I just put that at the beginning. Where's my thumbnail for Cat Cafe? There it is. Right. And then, where is the Dragon Age video with captions on? Because when I was last on, Kay told me the one extra key that I needed to do excuse me, the one extra key that I needed to do to get the captions to burn in versus just be part of the video. Sorry, not be part of the, well, no, they were embedded in the video, but they weren't like burned on. So I got that. All right, back over to the edit tab, because again, I don't know what the cut tab is. It's not, I'm not worried about it. Don't know what it is. All right, we'll put you at the beginning. And you are only... You're like 5 seconds? I actually cut you back down to 2.5. Can I change the duration of something? I mean, I'll just do it like this, but... Yoink. There we go. Okay, and then... 15 seconds for the creator code video. And we're actually going to pull the creator code video audio down to audio track 3 because I'm used to dealing with audio track 1 and 2. And then let's bring back our stuff. Okay, so now... Yeah, this is the lovely part of dealing with, you know, full minutes upon minutes upon minutes over here, and over here seconds. And it's like, is there anything over there? There is. Trust me, there is. Just gotta... okay. Let's go back to the home and just to make sure everything lined up correctly and there's no gaps. Yeah, now you can see all my stuff. One thing I haven't figured out yet, and it's not super important, is transitions between different clips that I brought into the timeline. Like, I can't do a cross, like, I want to just stick it there, but it won't, it'll go on either side, but it won't go in the middle. And I don't know why, and I haven't bothered to look it up. There has to be enough slack behind and in front. So how much is enough? Is, I guess, the question. This is 60 frame, 30 frames. Okay. So that's why I just put it. That's why I just put it at the start of the video, which is totally fine for me. Oh, do I want to do the fancy one? Maybe do the fancy one. Yeah, I like that. It's silly and fancy, and I'm okay with that. Yoink. All right, so if it's 60 frame, 30 frames. Okay, so half the transition. Yeah, I think my problem is I thought I had enough. So here's the other thing. There's definitely enough lead time. So okay, so here's why your explanation, while it makes sense, doesn't make sense to me. This is a 15 second video clip, and then we start like the 30-minute one. I still can't get this transition to be in the middle of them. And I don't know why. Like, I would just, like, I don't know why. And I'm wondering if it's because to drag the one video above, have them overlap. Okay, but then why does it work? Okay, but then why does it work between these videos over here without a problem? Like, I'm fine putting the video on a different, video on a different timeline. Even though my brain is like, I have limited screen space and we're about to like get weird. We like getting weird. It's fine. But yeah, that is my why. Like, why is it fine? Did I lose my transition? I did. Because you cut out video between those two. Right. Even though I can't see it, it still exists. Right. Jeez, talk about Mulder and Scully. Do you believe? Well, I want to believe. Okay, so let's undo. No. Shit, what did I just undo? What did I just undo? I don't know what I undid. I undid my transition. Transitions, transitions. Okay, back to the front. Let's do this like grown-ups do. Hey, Mighty Mer, welcome on in, and thank you for the resub. All right, let's do it like grown-ups do. Boop. 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 Come here. All right. Mother. Okay, so that's not, yeah, so it's not doing exactly what I want. Because there is nothing here for it to on top of. So that's why it's like, So it's doing it right. It is. But it's not doing it how I want it to do. Which is not even English. Sam, welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. How are y'all doing? I was reaching for, like, my throat all of a sudden was like, "Bleh." Okay. So it's not behaving the way that I would like it to, but that's on me. I need to, like, unfortunately, I do need to make it like, yeah, like I need there to be something for it to grab onto, which means Sam kicked you out and now you're here. Wow. No, don't do that. Do that. And then goodness bless it. Brian blessed. Needs to be on top. Come here. Behave. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Now I'm being like weirdly precise, and I don't need to be, but I am anyway. Okay, so I'll make you 3.5 seconds, not 2.5 seconds. Okay. And this one I'm fine just being at the end because no, right, that was happening and I was like, why is that happening? Didn't like it. The problem is, okay, so let's, now we gotta, now I have an entire timeline that I don't need stuff on. So let's go back. Okay, let me grab these two, drag them down, taking you down with me. Delete empty tracks. There we go. Okay, so 2.5 seconds of Cat Cafe Manager swaps into sponsored by EA. And then for you, I need... can we get a little... Sorry, I need tightness. Can you get a little tighter in that edit? There we go. I just need like a second. Can I get a second? That's all I need. I need a second. Up yours, buddy. Okay, so I have to do the thing that I don't like to do. Because I need... Okay, so so what I need to do now is... Either... That's what I didn't know. That's what I was about to go looking through the things. No, that's... Oh, no, that's... Hold on. Oh, I did... Sorry. So, yes, I did know that. What I'm looking for is a view option to shrink the timelines. I want them shorter so I can see all of them at once. Shift. Thank you. There we go, because I need to see everything. Okay, that works. There we go. All right, and now, finally, the last thing I do with my audio is I boost me. Because I record my audio separately for everything. So I boost me, and I boost the game a little bit. Because, I don't know why. For the final video... Oh, no. Oh, no. I need context for the oh, no. So let's see here. I saw that Sam kicked you all out. Stardew. Oh, Stardew Saturday. Nice. But welcome on in, Sam and Seven. Is anybody else? Okay. All right. So let's see here. There's a line on the actual waveform. YouTube can do what it wants. That lowers and raises. Okay. I've been doing it this way. It's been working for me. So, are you saying that I'm doing it wrong, or are you saying that I'm doing it differently? Because waveforms confuse me. Like, maybe I have too many calculus nightmares or something. Or do you mean, like, doing it like, hold on, now I gotta, hold on. Do you mean doing it like this? Because, yeah. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. Well, you probably can. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. The problem with this is, you know, I haven't found fine grain control. Like, okay, that's a little bit better. That's actually that's two. No, that's okay. I guess that's finer grain control. So holding down shift, I need to start learning to hold down shift for things. But also I want to just, okay, so let me tell you what I would love. Is it inspector that I want? That's what I want. I want the inspector. Because then I can just put the frickin' number in right here. That's what I'm used to with Filmora. There we go. Okay. Now I got it. Thank you. Because now I understand. Excuse me. Let me mute myself. Okay, yeah. That's a little better audio-wise. Okay, now I think I get that. So, okay, transition into the sponsored. Transition into the, so I need to stack, stack, stack. Give each a little bit of a second overlap, but so that I actually inadvertently gave my EA video enough lead time because of the sponsored by EA part that starts at the beginning. So basically each give a second overlap. And we're still done at the end. That is okay. That's why I was like, let me wait to see what the oh no is referring to. Because I'm doing things in real time, and people may not be seeing me do them in real time. So I have to kind of pause. All right. But now that I can see everything, this is fine. Okay. All right, are my markers still there? Still got my markers, right? I do, because my markers are on the actual video itself and no longer on the entire project timeline. So... Alright, edit index, view... No, sorry. There we go. Show all markers. There we are. And export, edit, and oh, crap. Did I get to 9 o'clock and not even take a break? Because did Nightbot tell me to take a break and I ignored it? I may have been a little in the zone. I am so Sorry, but it means you probably saw an automated ad. So what I will do is I will get up and take a break because I'm like, oh, just one more edit. Yeah, this is my Civ 6. You know, this is my Roman Empire. Oopsie. So let me take a break. Let me run an ad. Let me get up. Let me move my legs because I'm not shrimping. But I will say the setups that they have for playing the game are standard computer desk setups. So not my comfy couch, not like a TV chair with my keyboard on it. And I was definitely like hurting after sitting in that chair and I didn't get up when I should have. So that's why I'm going to get up now and run a quick ad. I'll be back. There's no more because after I come back, I'll export the chapter markers to the CSV so I can set up the contents for the YouTube thing, like the chapter contents. And then I'll just put it over to the render tab. I may not render it while we are streaming because I do not know what that will do to my machine, but I might try it just to see what happens. Regardless, I'll be right back. Everyone hang tight, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. Oh my goodness. Hour-long video, deliver, export, rendering. You don't render MP4, you do render... Oh, that's large. That is large. I render to MP4 because I am lazy. I do have hard drive space. I don't have that much hard drive space, although I just recently, for the trip, I needed an SSD to move footage onto. So now I could render it to that SSD because that has more than enough space. But even so, it's external, and I have found that DaVinci doesn't play so well with external drives. Or, more likely, the old external drive I have is slow, and it's like, no. So yeah, I definitely need to make sure that there's room on my internals. Room in my internals, like for brunch later. So yeah, but I kept... So here's the thing. When you have a program that is fairly well developed, Like, let's say DaVinci Resolve, or let's say StreamerBot. I'm pointing and you can't see, but I'm pointing at the StreamerBot icon. It's fairly well developed, and it works, and a lot of people use it, but the documentation for it isn't exactly fully fleshed out. So everybody will have one weird question. And it's very hard to find an answer for that one weird question. Like, why does DaVinci Resolve crash every time I go to try adding media to it? If there had been one line from any one person to say, it's not great if you're using an external drive, I would have been like, oh, that's what I was doing. Okay. If there had been any line that says, best practices say you should probably export to an internal drive or you may run into issues. Okay, once again, no problem. Because my usual practice is I move my local stream recordings to an external drive so that they don't fill up my normal drive, and I edit them from there. Wondershare Filmora had no problem doing that. DaVinci Resolve does. So I was searching multiple variations of the same query and just never finding an answer. So I figured it out on my own because I said, well, I guess I'll just leave them on my hard drive, my standard hard drive, not my external connected hard drive. And everything worked fine. So I said, okay, I guess this is just my workflow from now. But I couldn't find anyone out there who had run into the same problem and confirmed it. So yeah, it is sometimes hard. And I say this also with StreamerBot because StreamerBot is very powerful and it's very good, but the documentation has not been their priority. I have to do some very precise search queries to see, is anybody else experiencing relatively the same thing that I am, and how did you fix it? It can be sometimes very hard to figure out. Okay. Where was I? I had saved my project, because I definitely did all this work and did not save. Okay, right. I'm going to export my edit index. Timeline CSV. I'm just overwriting the exact same one over and over and over again. And oh, this is the part you can't see because I'm in another window, but I'm just bringing, let's see here. Where's timeline CSV? Where'd I put timeline CSV? There it is. All right, open you up with Notepad. Grab all of that. Create a new sheet. Split text to columns. Detect automatically. Yep, you got that. Okay. So what I did, and there, oh, it's in the way, kind of, but down here, once I've given all of my chapter markers names, I can export the index. I can export the edit index to a comma-separated value file, and then that comma-separated values file has way too many things in it. It has like all this stuff that I don't need. When all I really need are like 3 columns. Actually, 2 columns, record in and notes. So I just go deleting all these columns that I don't need. And anybody who is a fan of spreadsheets knows that when you just need to do a bunch of text stuff quickly, it's the best way to go. It just is. External drive stopping work. Yeah, I definitely can feel that. Okay, so let's grab this, copy this, come over here. What did I do? Record the whole thing? Okay. Grab a formula. And it's really just, you know, it's a text manipulation formula. It's like left, it's taking like it's just taking 3 characters off the end of it, because DaVinci goes down to like after seconds, then it's like the I don't know, micro, millisecond, I don't know what those are. I don't care what those are. Okay, I've got my chapter markers over here, so let's go. Okay, so just to confirm all of what I got, I've got the starting scene, which is like 2.5 seconds, and then transitions into sponsored by EA, which is about 15 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. And then it transitions into that. Okay. Gummy worms have more cries. Stop it. Awful. Okay. I save my format to MP4. I restrict my frame rate because I know what I recorded it at, and there's no reason for all like you don't. Actually, I have no idea what best is, and I'm not doing it now. I already know like what I do my frames at. I think my subtitle settings are fine. One thing I've never done is because I'm using the I'm pointing like you can see the window. The captioner in OBS, I get a text file that actually saves all the captions along with it, time coded to the video. It also, for some of them, it embeds the captions into the video. I don't know if YouTube picks up on that or not. And because I didn't bring in the SRT file along with my editing, I don't have a new SRT file to go along with it. So maybe the next time I try this, I'll also include the SRT file. I'm just worried that it may not be as friendly to the editing. Plus, because it's doing sequential captions and then in real time edits to the captions, I'm not sure how good it is. Like, I know it's pretty good for short videos, but for long videos, especially when I repeat myself or do ums and stop in the middle of words, not so great. Okay, so let's save it once again, because now I'm addicted to saving. And frame rate, there we go. Auto, add to render queue. Now, OBS is currently using between 0.1 and 0.2% of my CPU. Currently, it's like 0.0%, which is interesting. I mean, honestly, upgrading my machine was a good stream investment, I will say. That's probably the only ever fundraiser that I may do for streaming is, yeah, I'm raising money because the time will eventually come down the road to upgrade my rig again, but I just put all my money in savings for that. So thank you for those resubs, thank you for those gift subs, and thank you for those bits, because it all goes into a fund that is the next computer, like the next generation. But I'm sorry, Bug, I didn't ask for you to be in my stuff today. There is a nice fruit fly trap in the kitchen. It smells lovely, like vinegar. Go in there and die. Get away from my mic. Just go in there and die. But yeah, like everything I earn goes into maybe buying a video game. Although usually, because I play a lot of the video games offline, that's my own cost. Like, I eat that. But a lot of the monthly money from Twitch goes into just in case something happens, it's all about getting a computer thingy done. If I want to upgrade my camera or lighting, again, those are like, I put that into it because that's on me. But yeah, everything is like, just in case something happens and I need to, for whatever reason, buy or build a new machine on the fly, that's where that money's for. It's hard for me not to say that's what the money's for without thinking about Don Draper from Mad Men saying that's what the money's for, but to say like, I don't feel good about this, and he's like, no, that's what the money's for. Like, I don't expect you to have morals about what you're doing. Just take the money and go home. All right, so it's in the render queue. I know these don't take too long to render. Well, they do take like 15, 17 minutes, but let's see what happens. Oh, my CPU doesn't seem to be terribly affected by this. So, okay. Hey, Amalia, good time zone to you. Huh. Oh, no, it's going up a little bit, but not significantly. So we'll see. If my stream gets a little weird or I start to suddenly drop frames, then I will pause this and get back to it later. But it says it'll take about like 11, 12 minutes to render. So yeah, I'm happy that I got that because I wanted to do it before I left, but because I was streaming in the evening and then I really needed to have dinner, do a final suitcase check, and get to bed on time, I didn't have time to clip and cut this down. And their Kickstarter launched the day that I was leaving, so hopefully they had a successful launch. I may go in and back it because I still had a lot of fun with Cat Cafe Manager. I didn't think I would, but realizing that there were ways to automate things with staff, you know, customize the people who come in, and that the gameplay loop, listen to me sounding like professional, the gameplay loop was satisfying. It wasn't too weird. This just in, Kitten is neglected, has a desperate need to play, but none of the toys he's being offered are satisfactory. Yep. The event was a lot of fun, Amalia. We got to see, I got to see the other people on the Dragon Age Council in person. And we haven't gotten together very many times. We usually just see each other over Zoom or Slack. I also got to see a lot of other content creators and industry people and journalists who were invited to the event. We obviously got hands-on time with Dragon Age the Veilguard. I do have video that we were allowed to record. They were very specific about what we were able to record and what we weren't allowed to record. We did get to play with photo mode, but I forgot to use photo mode because I always do. And it really was like they took care of us the whole time. From booking us in, making sure that we were there, hydrated and fed, making sure that we just had a really cool experience. I don't know how many pictures of other people's you might have seen, but you go in and they had like a little steam doorway kind of thing, and on it was projected the Veilguard symbol, so you walk through this doorway of smoke, not really smoke, but fog, I guess. Everything was done up in the Veilguard purple. It was lovely, and there were just rows and rows of tables and gaming rigs that. Honestly, gaming rigs that put my gaming rig to shame. If I were a pickpocket with a portable hole, don't say it, one of those might have gone missing as the day went down. Yep, I don't know what happened. No idea. It all just vanished. Huh. So yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I have never done anything like that in my life. I've never been invited to anything like that in my life. I will be applying for more playtest opportunities, whether those are paid or just invited. I will definitely be applying to more because I would love to do more things like that. And what they did allow us to capture, and what we will be able to say, but basically our thoughts, is embargoed until the 19th. So 12 days from now, you will see media outlets, especially journalists. We had journalists there. You'll see media outlets, but you'll also see people who were there and other content creators sharing their thoughts. We've already been told how we can edit our video footage, essentially how much to show and how many we can make. So that'll be something later on that I worry about. Sadly, I didn't take a lot of notes, so I'm going to have to scrub through my footage, which doesn't have me talking, so it's really just rewatching my play and then saying, oh yeah, that's a good thing. I don't know. Hold on, before I say anything. Because I believe yes, okay, it has been mentioned in press, so I will say I did try to get video of a lot of character creator options because people have said, people have already reported on the character creator being quite extensive. So I tried to record as many of the available options. I didn't record it with all of the different changes, but I did record as much of it as I could. So I'm going to see if I can condense that into like a 10-minute, like 2x speed video so people can see. But beyond that, it's just been very fun. And having seen the game through various stages, and then getting a hands-on with what is pretty much final, it's going to blow y'all's minds. If you've been looking forward to it for, is it 10 years? Yeah, if you've been looking forward to it for 10 years, paid off. Paid off. Phrasing as a statement, not a question. I am hoping that they have different lighting options in the character creator. I am too. I was going to take a very, like, nod and wink sip, but there's nothing in my coffee cup, so I can't do that. I'm also very bad at knowing what has already been reported on. So normally I would just go to the web, get you a story that says, wait, somebody already answered that question. So let's find out. No, come on. Okay. That question's already been answered. Okay, why are people on Reddit like this? Instead of just linking to the article, they linked to massive screenshots of the article. Sorry, now I'm just trying to find the article. There we go. So here we are. This is the Games Radar article about it. Hey, Faison, welcome on in. Ooh, I want to hear more about the local coffee shop and bookstore. Sorry for all of the mess, but it'll do the Google thing where it takes you to that exact point in the article. But what is said by John Epler, who, if you don't know who John Epler is, BioWare. We allow you to change your lighting options so you can see how your characters will look in different lighting environments. So that is already a thing. It is already a yes. And that is from June 11th, 2024. So creative director John Epler confirms you will be able to see your character in different lighting options. Yeah, this is a better Dragon Age non-spoilers Q&A, where if you ask me a question, I just go look to see if the question's already been answered. That's perfect. Because they have been doing a lot of interviews. They, like, this is huge for them. It was to see John and Corinne talk about the project. And you're still rendering? You fine? Good. You fine. Love this. I'm just chatting with you while I have video rendering in the background. Yeah, that is my number one thing. What did I play recently where the lighting was just... either I played something or I watched somebody play something that I remember playing, and I'm like, this lighting makes everyone look the worst. Oh my goodness, because like it was just bad. Everybody sunk in everything. I'm like, what was it? But yeah, no, lighting in video games, especially when the video game makes a big deal about the characters being, not just custom characters, but a lot of different types of skin tones, body types, all of that. Oh, thank you. This is the Circuit Breaker by Hollow Taco. I realize I may add some Hollow Taco to my wish list if I'm allowed to do that. Because they just made a one-coat black that looks amazing. And also I've been getting ads for Mooncat, which also looks amazing. So maybe if I do add something to my wish list, it'll be nail color. Because those usually are like what, $10 to $12 a bottle. So that feels achievable. I don't like adding expensive things to my wish list because I feel weird about it. So I treat my streaming wish list the same way I would the Office White Elephant thing, where, you're like, nobody put anything over $15 to $20 that you're going to get for somebody else. That way it's all like normal and stuff. Uh-oh, I see frames dropping. But we're like just a few seconds out from the render, so hold on. Okay, so near the very end of the render, probably just as it was like finalizing the video file, the frames did go down. But yay, roughly 12 minutes and the video's ready. What I'm definitely not going to do is I'm not going to upload it on YouTube right now, because that will definitely... Uh-oh, my frames are going down again. Why is that? Maybe it had nothing to do. Maybe it had nothing to do with this. Because they're going down again. It could just be my internet. It's like, oh, you thought you would just come right back home and start streaming without even restarting your router or rebooting your computer or anything? Huh, nice try, buddy. Okay, we're going to quit DaVinci Resolve because we have saved the project. So we've saved the project. It's all ready. I will upload it later. And I'll admit, only 565 frames dropped. Okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, no. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely something on my end, because the frames are dropping again. Let me check Twitch. Oh. You know what's interesting? Twitch is telling me that the frame rate is too high. And... Okay. Yeah, the frame rate is actually... The frame rate that it's trying to push out has been going into the 7,000s and 8,000s, which I keep mine at 6,000. So that's odd. My next project, because I definitely do these things one at a time, is to look into the enhanced broadcast. Because I feel like that would provide Yeah, my frames are doing some weird stuff. I feel like that would provide a better better options for people if they want to come through at lower frame rates. But that's on my to-do list, because I definitely only try to add one thing at a time to my whole streaming setup. One day I need to actually sit down and write notes on everything. Be like, why does that work? Does that work fine? Let's see here. Okay, we're having a time. Let me check my stream health. Oh, YouTube says my stream health is excellent. So apparently Twitch is fussy. Not that we did not already know that. Twitch is just fussy. But yeah, if I don't, like, because that's how I have to do things, like one thing at a time. Because I would love to have everything just done, but also I need my free time and I need my brain space and I need not to stress. So I'm like, yeah, can I get this one thing working today? Great. I'm going to move on. And that's it. Like, the one thing is working and I'm fine. Especially because I don't stream every day. If I streamed every day, then it would be obvious if the thing that I've added works or not. Because I'm like, well, on the next stream, if it works, great. If not, I remove it. But yeah, some OBS stuff. Sorry, this go away, bug. Some OBS stuff, like the multi-streaming was a one and done, and I was surprised by that. I really thought it wasn't going to work very well, but the multi-streaming, the Atom plugin was great. Oh, I do know what I wanted to look at. I do know. There was something else, so let me do this. No, what am I doing? Okay. Let's go back over to this screen. None of this is going to be like posted to YouTube because can't be bothered. Nope, wrong one. That one. They have updated. They've updated the clip editor thingy stuff and things. Let me move this over here. But what's interesting is I need to figure out how do I edit it so that anytime, because what happened the other day is I made a clip for Steven, and in the clip editor it allowed me to configure the vertical. So I got Steven's like face cam on top and the gameplay. But what they have said with the clip editor is that you will be able to edit your layout so that if anybody else makes a clip, it automatically grabs that layout. But I haven't seen how to do that so that it defaults to the same layout each time. So maybe we can also figure that out. Because basically we're supposed to be able to define it once and then nobody else should. Yeah, okay. See, Mermaid Jeans knows exactly what, like, the documentation says it's supposed to persist, but it doesn't. So let me see. I'm going to look up vertical clip editing Twitch. How to create, edit, da-da-da-da. So the article that I'm looking at on Twitch is here. Okay. When a clip is created, we auto-generate a portrait version of the clip next to your landscape clip. Landscape are best for web, while portrait are optimized for mobile. We will follow, okay, edit the portrait layout of any clip once to auto-generate portrait clips to this layout. We will follow your portrait layout preference for all future clips made of your channel by you or your viewers. You can adjust layout preferences anytime. So let me look and see if there's a way on here to adjust the layout once. It doesn't say. Okay. Why do all my portrait clips appear as landscape clips with black bars behind them? If you're seeing this, please go to your Clips Manager and click the scissor icon next to any clip to edit the portrait layout. You only have to do this once, and we will save your layout preference for all future clips. That is what they say. So let's try it right now. Okay, so let's look at something that we know has a center thing. Actually, we'll just no. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. All right. Portrait version. This is how your clip will look when viewers watch it on mobile devices. Click Edit Layout to edit the portrait mode. Edit Layout. Okay, so that's full, and it's just centered on the screen. Let's try stacked. And of course, my camera isn't the precise ratio, so I do have to play with it a little bit. We are coming up on a break, so that's fine. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't mind if the microphone is in the shot. I'd rather it not be, but that's all right. Okay, that's on top. I can move this to... I still feel like it should be roughly center screen. Okay. So, apply. And then save the clip. The existing version, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now let me refresh this page. Okay, so it did save this one. So it saved this layout. Now let me try making a clip. Let me try making a clip now and seeing what happens. We're going to do an auto-generated clip. And if anybody wants to try making a clip to see if you can see it in the editor, that's also fine. Clip. Also, it's about time for a break, which is good because we're coming close to the 10:30 hour. Clip. There it goes. Okay, so we should have another auto-generated clip on the page. No, it's not. It's not auto. Well, let's edit it again. Let's see. No, it's not sticking. So that's what's so far. I'm not experiencing the layout is supposed to persist, but so, you know, because I was hoping that the auto clips would pick up the layout, which is fine. Let me go ahead and delete that one since that's just us playing around. However, if I share, we've got some new options now. We've got YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Reddit. I think I've already. Let's see what happens if I do to YouTube. Okay, so for YouTube, it looks like because I have YouTube connected, it will let me title it, give me a description. It automatically adds shorts in there. And I can immediately share the thing to YouTube, which is very handy, like super handy. I can also have an option here to share to TikTok, which again, just title, which you get more characters in the title on TikTok. Hey, Tawani, welcome on in. Or you can send a draft to TikTok, which is better if you want to actually edit it later on your phone. So that's nice too. And And we also have the option to download the clip, and it was busy rendering it, so you can just click the download clip button. So it looks like this they've got going on, because they do admit that discoverability is a hard nut to crack, if you'll pardon the phrase. Discoverability is not great, and it sort of has always been known that you are posting your stuff to other places in the hopes that it will bring people over to your Twitch or your YouTube stream. So I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll find a good clip that's worthy of editing down. We actually may edit the My Hole clip. Yeah, I said that word out loud. I sure did. Anyway, we may edit that down, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break first, so I'll see you back in about 90 seconds. Everyone hang tight, and yeah, I'm gonna go. I thought I had something, but I don't. Bye. Alrighty, just another half an hour to mess around this morning, and I'll try to take some time later to actually go through my email and see if I have keys for things, and we'll get back to gaming tomorrow. But I don't mind that this allows me to get stuff done that I want to get done, and I learned a few things by having some DaVinci users in chat, so that was nice. To answer a question that was asked earlier, and I realized I saw it, processed it, and then did not answer it. Yes, I do plan to stream Dragon Age the Veilguard come October 31st. I don't know that if I will, because October 31st is a Thursday. So I don't know that I'll take off time or do a special stream, but I might, because usually I don't have any, like, it's Thursday night. I'm probably, you know, it's Halloween, but it's in the middle of the week, so nah. So yes, I will be streaming it. I don't know if I'll stream it on launch day or not. If I do, I might take some time off to do it, or I might just do it after work. It probably won't be a... I'm sure some people will be doing... Yeah, wow. Frames just dropping. Okay, I usually stop when I see the frames drop. Oh, wow, okay. It is trying to push through things at a ridiculous bit rate, and I'm not sure why. Anyway, I probably won't do like a super long stream, but it'll be difficult because, of course, as we know, Character Creator can last a while. So, one thing I don't know if I'm hoping, I've seen other games that put their Character Creator online, and then you're able to export with like a code. You're able to export that into your game. I would love it if they were able to do something like that, because yeah, you can spend a lot of time in this character creator. It is very nuanced and very detailed. Yeah, when I see it has like a major wobble, I just stop talking because I'm like, I don't want y'all missing anything. So, there's the my whole. Oh my God, I keep saying it, and it doesn't make it any better. All right, so. All right, let's move this over here. Let's grab this. All right, let's get the bottom of my... All right, I want to make sure I'm centered. I guess, see, the microphone is a good place to check, because the microphone stays in one spot. And the rest is just me laughing because, well, I don't want to say the line. Okay. And then we can actually... Oops, let's see here. Yeah, let's get as much as Arwol on the screen as possible. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. And we're going to change the name of the title to Cat Cafe Manager. And then add a little sweat to it. Yeah, we will feature the clip. Yes, fine. Feature the clip. Okay, sure. What I do notice is that we've got, above me, we've got a little drag bar here. If you want to make these larger or smaller, if you want to make the rectangles larger or smaller, you can do that. I like the size that it's at, so I'm going to leave it there. Let me actually bring in the browser audio. But it's my hole, damn it. Thank you all for being so chaotic in my clips. I appreciate it. All right, let's apply that edit. Save the clip. Okay, so now at the top, it's re-rendering the clip, so I should see the vertical clip when it's done. Excuse me. So let's refresh this page. Okay, so now I see the vertical clip. If I share, let me copy the link. Oh, I can actually, okay, these are new too. I can also just quickly download the landscape version or download the portrait version. This is something else that they added that is new. So they are at least trying to understand that Twitch's current, like, look, Twitch is working on a TikTok and Instagram-like experience. They are. It's not there yet, but they are. But they do understand that downloading these things and putting them other places is the way you get people to come back to your Twitch. You know, so downloading the landscape version and putting it on Twitter is great because people will see it and maybe, you know, or the portrait version, whichever. They'll see it, maybe come over here. We'll see what happens. I copied the link because I wanted to see what happens. when I'm just on the link. Now it knows who I am. Oh, actually, sorry. Let me do this in an incognito browser, so you won't be able to see it. But if I click on share, okay, it's got options to share it in places. Facebook, Reddit, and X. But I still have the option to share it to YouTube and TikTok because my account is attached. So if anybody else out there has it, share. You know what? Did they say in the Twitch thing that it's going to automatically watermark with your name on it? They didn't. I think they said that they might somehow share your username or something if you have it connected. But again, I haven't seen that happen. So it sounds like they're not quite 100% there yet for things. Oh, elsewhere it says they removed that option. Hooray. Okay, so so you can directly export your clip to YouTube Shorts. You can directly export your clips to TikTok, which I may do later. Okay, so. But the thing that they said would happen, which is if you do the layout once, it automatically saves, isn't happening yet. Or is it? All right, let's go to the channel. All right, I'm going to mute it here because now I'm watching myself in real time and it's getting weird. It's legit getting weird. That's a lot. Let me clip the clip button. Okay, so no, the layout does not stick. I've got a button here that says edit layout and it doesn't stick. So, okay. So that's not. Oh well. So it's not working just yet. Okay. Good to know. So that was like the last thing that I was wondering about because, yeah. Now, I admittedly prefer to edit my clips very differently. I usually cut out my face cam and put it in a little circle so you can still see stuff happening behind me. That is a whole other thing that I have in DaVinci, which I'm not going to edit today, but I think I can show you that layout. Let me open up Resolve again. Because I had to learn how to do a circle cut in Resolve, and that did take a video. Hey, Chestnut Plays, welcome on in. Let's see here. I've got a project for my shorts. Which no longer exists, but because I took the clips. Where's my media deck for that one? Okay, let me quickly move those videos back to where they belong so we can actually see the whole thing. And let me change this back to... hey, Rachel, welcome on in. Let's see here. Back to DaVinci. Okay. I'm in Eastern, and oddly enough, I was just in Pacific this week, but I'm in Eastern time zone, so I get up early, I stream early, and because it works for me. But I do understand if other people are like, this is too early, I'm not up. Because I'm like, that's perfectly fine. Okay. This is 2024/7/21. What was I doing here? Oh, I think I know what I was doing here. Hey Tanya, good morning. Let me see, do I still have this video? Because I end up using, sometimes what I do is I end up clipping the video and then using that clip in like again. So let me see here, is this? So yeah, I must have gotten rid of the video that I used for it, which is fine. So I don't know if you can see, but essentially neither of the media is there. And wait, is there a way to replace? Is there a way to replace the media? Replace selected clip. Oh. But I don't know what that was about. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, what I normally do is I have two things of media. So let's do this the old-fashioned way. We did Cat Cafe Manager on the 3rd, right? We sure did. Okay. Sorry, my brain had to stop for a moment. So let's grab that and put it in. We'll just do that. Okay, and then edit. Do I remember where the my hole was? I think actually it had a marker on it. So what I'm used to doing with this is I can just... Yeah, no. Okay, cancel that. What I'm used to doing is, again, with Filmora, I can like click and drag and quickly replace a media clip with something else. I can't do that here. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, right, because what I did was I actually took the fully rendered video, which I don't always keep. Oh, nope, there it is. I am a silly. There it is, completely. Don't mind me, I sometimes don't know what I'm doing. Let's see, and that was 721, so let's do that and copy that in as well. So this is DaVinci Resolve. I will say for Filmora was great because once I created the template that I liked, I was able to save that project as a template and therefore open it up again and easily swap out video clips. DaVinci Resolve is being a little different. I have to kind of, I had to sort of figure out my new workflow. I've kind of got it, but it's taking a little time. So as soon as these things copy in, then you'll see what this new thing looks like. It's going to take about like 3-4 minutes. But yeah, it's new, and new is scary for me because my brain doesn't always grasp new stuff. But as long as I'm willing to take it one step at a time and then take notes, you know, remember stuff. Even today, I learned new things. Why did I decide to try Switch? Wondershare Filmora is great, but it definitely reaches its limits. And I heard that DaVinci Resolve is sort of like a good next step up to kind of move into a little more professional. And I don't always need professional video editing, but the one thing that DaVinci can do that Filmora doesn't do well is when I separate all of my tracks in OBS to all of my audio tracks get separated, and I can add chapter markers in OBS. DaVinci Resolve sees those immediately and picks them up, whereas Filmora doesn't. Filmora does not see the chapter markers, and Filmora, you can choose the different audio tracks, but you have to manually choose them as opposed to all of them showing up. So it just handles video a little bit better. But again, Filmora is still my like comfort place. I did the little Dragon Age sponsor video in Filmora because I'm more used to putting screenshots together and using assets. With DaVinci, I don't get any of the free assets anymore. I don't get, as many transitions. So sometimes I flip back and forth because I know that Filmora has that one cool transition that I like. But I'm learning a little more. And I mean, I've never done video editing on like Premiere and Final Cut. I've not done those. Sorry, I can hear birds and something buzzing outside. All right, let me go back to my media thing. Okay, so all my stuff is here. There we go. Okay. Can I refresh? Is it resync? Should I not have done that? Ooh, okay, I didn't want to do that. That's fine, actually, it's fine. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, I see what it did. It actually pulled in all of the videos that I have in that folder, which is totally fine. It is not a problem. But yeah, for the Reels template that I do, I usually have like, I clip out one timeline, which is the me. So that's like my camera, and the other timeline is the video that I've cropped. I have two templates that tell me a TikTok safe zone and an Instagram safe zone, because Instagram and TikTok both have like a little bit of UI. And then I just have the audio down here. So I remember what I did instead of creating my reel from the raw OBS edit, I create it from the recorded. I create it from like the rendered video version, and then with. Can I zoom in? There I can. So with the circle, what I did with this is effects. No, wait. Where are my effects? Filters. Nope. Sorry, my brain is now trying to remember how I did this, and I don't. Is there an inspector tab? There is. Okay, there it is. Effects. For video. Cropping. Was it cropping? Yes. No, that wasn't it. I did this once, and now I can't remember how I did it. So there's... One is transform to move it. It wasn't cropping. There was literally like a circle crop that I did. Or really it was a square crop, and what I did was round off the edges. So that's what I'm trying to remember. Ah, there it is. So above me, in the effects for this, there's the transform option, and one, I changed the size of it, so I actually moved it down, and I can like move it down and up. Oops, apparently I need to there. And the other is the edge rounding, which the edge rounding, I go to full 1, and that makes it a circle. And then the other is the drop shadow, which I like to have a little bit of a drop shadow behind it that sets it off from the main video. But I don't actually make it an angle. I kind of just make it right behind it, so it's sort of a glow. And then I used purple because I just grabbed a color from the video. So that's how I do my shorts. And I will take this video. I will take, let's see, go to the transform tool. I then use the transform option to move this layer around wherever I need it to be. That done there. And it took a while to kind of get it and understand it. It was not easy to get all of those together, because Filmora, it was so much faster. It was just like boop, 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 done. This one, a little different, because sometimes I like to have my video, I need to have my video where the non-important stuff is, so I like to move it around, which is why the way Twitch does it, they need more layouts, is really all there is to it, is Twitch needs more layouts, because everyone does the block on top of a block, and meh, that's nice, but sometimes you want a little flair. And I could, now I know I can add my own captions if I want, but I'm torn between understanding how the captions work on TikTok and Instagram. If I add I don't know if TikTok automatically transcribes videos with captions or not, and a lot of people don't use captions, so it's kind of like, meh. And sometimes I will spend time doing the captions myself, which sucks, because then I have to redo them over on Instagram, especially if I'm saying something that's not clear, or the caption thinks I said something that I didn't say. I've got to edit them on both, so that's why I don't often put out a lot of TikTok and Instagram reels, because it's just exhausting to decide that's what I'm gonna do today. Bleh, don't like it. So that's that. Let me quit out of this again, because yeah, you don't want it. I'm not making any changes. And I'm going to come over to the credit screen because we're a little ahead of time, but that is okay. I'm also closing all these windows that I opened behind me. And yeah, VR Flad, thank you very much for the follow. Resubs from Puddleglum, Mightymer, JD, and Steven. Sam earlier for that raid, and my mods for hanging out. Thank you very much. If you've been watching on Twitch or YouTube, welcome on in. I hope that your weekend is off to a good start. If this is truly your weekend, if you're a different shift worker and your weekend's in the middle of the week, then I hope that work isn't too bad for you today. I'll push this button and then I'll smack OBS because it is messing with my frames today. Because we're ending, we're going to go over and say hi to Steven with hashtag Herbraid with my love and disco emote. If you are not a subscriber, the virtual hug emote is free on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, there are no raids on YouTube. So we can't raid anybody on YouTube. That's okay. There's my social media, my Twitter, my Blue Sky, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my blog. Coming up next will be a link to my Discord. And I will say the next YouTube video that goes up will be the Cat Cafe Manager video that I edited today. So as soon as I'm off stream, I'm going to click on the YouTube studio and upload it. So it'll be up later on today. Let's see here. I'm not sure what my blog post is going to be. I think I'm going to do the Laurie Anderson Hirshhorn exhibit. I would love to do a photo trip for San Francisco, but I'm going to hold off on that until we get closer to the day of embargo release, because then I'll be able to have a nice social post with my photographs and thoughts from San Francisco, and then social media, you'll see, I'll be honest, they already told us what's spoilers and what's not spoilers. What I post is probably not going to spoil anything for anybody that you haven't already seen in the long ass clips that they let IGN have and stuff like that. So, but anyway. And yeah, this helped me get stuff done. It helped me learn some new things. I hope it was a nice chill start to your morning. If you're in the US, this is a morning time. If you're somewhere else in the world, it's like midday afternoon. And yeah, let me start the raid for Steven. And I will say thank you for being here. It's been lovely having y'all. There are Gorfundian, there are brunch plans today. My friend just got his COVID and flu vaccine yesterday combined, so he may not feel like hanging out with me, which means I might be on my own for brunch, which is not a problem. There's a local place. It's not as good as California pizza, but or New York pizza. Oh, I've had really good pizza in a lot of really good places. But there is a place down the street that does wood-fired pizza, like an oven pizza thing, and they do a bottomless brunch, so I may go to them because they're kind of my go-to. Take my Kindle, have my pizza, drink mimosas, and then come home. So we'll see how my friend feels. I have another friend who may be in town. Actually, I should check in on, because he was supposed to be coming through DC, but that might not happen. Because sometimes it doesn't happen. Regardless, I'll see you back around tomorrow. I've got a few keys that I have been sent, so we'll see about that. Also, I'll post on social media about it a little bit later, but there is going to be a game tonight for Stream to MS. We're going to be doing a TTRPG event back to BB's place with V Muse in the DM chair, myself, Tanya, Kelly, the Opera Geek, and Dan Dillon. We're all going to be having some fun and ridiculousness. So I hope you enjoy, but until then, I'll see you in Stevens. Bye.